Hi, everyone. So, you may notice I have no glasses on today. That is because I'm wearing contacts for the first time in forever. I wore them yesterday and I was very concerned with wearing them because I was afraid that because of my eye, me going blind in them, the doctor said to try them on, see, how they feel. I went ahead and I did do that. I am just inviting people because I know Maya wanted to see this today, um, and all that good stuff. So bear with my hair, and I'm going to message her and let her know. But anyways, it is one of those things that I just was scared to do was to put my contacts in. I stopped because I was trying to find another word for it. There is no other word for it. It was a fear that I was going to have some technical difficulties with them. But it turned out that they weren't as bad as I thought it would be, or it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So I'm okay with that. Now, I am trying to, for some reason, pull up my social media so I can post this link, and it's not letting me. It's like my computer's weird. It's only letting me do this and it's stalling me, which is very unusual. Okay. I think it's working. Anyway, so the first thing I did, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. First thing I did was I always wash my teeth, brush my teeth and wash my face. I use, and I left the lid in the bathroom, but the Fab Pore Purifying Foam Cleanser from Soap and Glory. I use this every morning because I have so much oil on my face. I just feel like it really dries me out, but I'll put moisturizer and stuff like that on here in a little bit. But the first thing that I will start with is my hair because it takes me a little bit longer. So for my hair, we're using my InStyler thing that I took from an old roommate because, whatever, she left it here. So we're taking that and we're using our brush. And I'm also using it's Softy Hair and Scalp Conditioner. It's argan oil. It has vitamins A, E, B5 inside of it. I do this from the ends of my hair and to keep those little strays away. As I am doing my hair down today, you will see here shortly that my hair is very damaged from all the bleaching and coloring that I use. Um, and that I've done. And if you've noticed, I did take my rings off because I'm about to get very dirty. I also have my regular clothes on for today, starting to have them on. And I just have a little towel draped across me because I'm wearing black and I'm wearing pink. So obviously, I don't want to get that on me. Again, my internet, for some reason, is not allowing me to do anything. Hold on now. There's literally something wrong with this computer. I can't even begin to see if anyone is going to be talking to me or not. I don't understand what is going on here. My computer worked fine before. So I'm just rambling right now because I'm trying to get my computer to work. I don't understand. So I'm just going to come over here and see if I can't get it to pull up. So bear with me. Now, I did try to do a vlog of shopping with my daughter the other day, and it did not work out very well. I obviously did not have a lot of space on my phone, and so it wasn't allowing me to do it. So give me a second. I think I've got it up now. I don't know. This is just a lot going on right now. So bear with me. I'm trying to pull it up and send it to people. so they know what's going down and what's going on. But, you know, again, this is really being stupid. They don't understand what's going on here. Okay. Well, the good thing is I finally got it up, so now I can see if somebody's talking to me. I invited everyone. Whether they show up, I don't know. But again, the first thing I'm going to do is start with my hair because it takes a long time. So let's get cracking. Now, you'll see that my hair is extremely damaged. All this damage, like I treat my hair every time I wash it. I have a lot of hair, as you can see here. This is semi-fresh. I am Groot. I love that little dude. He's so cute. Anyway, but why is this doing that? Oh, I don't know why that did that. Anyways, so this is what we're working with. So the first thing that I do is I do separate my hair. My hair is brushed because I brushed it out earlier, but I do separate my hair. I go above my ear. I go straight across, and as you can see, all this is going to go up here, out of my way. And now I'm just going to go back under and kind of brush it out, and then I'm going to go into my argan oil. Now this actually, it smells so good. It smells so good, so good, so good. So basically, you can put it on your scalp as well. I just put it mainly, just putting it on my fingers like this, and then running it through the ends of my hair. And it instantly makes a difference. It also does protect my hair because I don't have a heat protectant, so I also use it as a heat protectant. And it doesn't, my phone, it doesn't, how can I say, it doesn't leave it greasy feeling or looking. And then I brush it through. As you can see, it's a little wet. But I'm going to go ahead and take this, and there's no more issue. I'm just going to go through and kind of straighten it out. Now that steam that you see is because this is too hot and there's oil in my hair. But it does help out a lot because once this oil soaks in, yeah, I get so scared getting close. Once it soaks in, it's okay. And I do have decently long hair. I recently just cut it because of the damage, but it comes right here. So I'm gonna have to like pull this up so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Ah! Things are just kind of crooked. We're going this way. My lovely, there we go. It's a little crooked, but who cares? Not I, George. So now I go right here on the side section by parting right there and taking this down. I'm not retouching my roots up right now. I'm waiting until they grow out a little bit more. And then I go back in with just very little oil because we already have some on the bottom. And we don't want to put too much there, so we're just going to kind of run through it. And it's just going to hold everything together. Brush through. This is just so easy for me. I'm thinking of curling my hair today, but I want to get rid of all those little frizzies before I curl. You know, off the topic, my daughter had her very, very first father-daughter dance last night, and her father's not in her life, and so my father took her. It was really sweet. Ow. Really sweet. She looked so cute. So cute. And yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and curl my hair, but I just really want to get some of those ends together. And I want to come over here. I'll have to run and go grab my curling iron because I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not. And again, in my argan oil based product, very little. It just kind of helps keep everything together. And again, since I'm going to curl it, I'm just trying to get those ends pretty much unfrizzy. So it doesn't take much to do. No, stay there where I put you. So as you can see here, it's time. And you know what's so funny is how my hair is because of the way I cut my hair. Because I always cut it differently than they would in a salon. But I used to do it like this and have like this whole like big haired look or whatever. Or you know what? I know what I'm going to do. Because I'm going to be tending to do a lot of stuff today. I am doing no curls. I know what I'm going to do. Because curls take me about an hour and a half to do in my hair. So basically, I won't do mini curls. But I will take the opportunity, pull up this part of my hair. And then I'm going to do this different look. I just got to find my other hair tie. I had it over here in case I decided that's what I was going to do. And I'm not seeing it. So, what happened to it? Hold on. I'm looking. Let me go over into my bathroom. It may be in the bathroom. Be right back. Or it could be over here. No, we are bobby pins. There it is. Okay. I found it. It was actually near my little bobby pin container. So I'm going to bobby pin this in place. Just like this. So it stays out of the way. I did this the other day. Because here in Texas, I will tell you, wearing your hair down can be a pain in the butt. And especially when you live in my area and it's rainy. My hair tends to frizz quite a bit. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a ponytail here and I'm going to create another one here right up underneath as close as I can. Keeping it as tight as possible. Texas, it's a Maya. Bear with me. Oh, okay. All right. So now we have the two. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little trick here because I just kind of messed up. So I'm going to take this and just kind of, because originally, like I said, I would have curled my hair, but it does take a little while to do. So I'm just going to take and run this through. I did leave my purple shampoo on my hair yesterday. And for about 5 minutes. And that is one reason why you see the whiter part better. Because it helps keep the color from turning that horrible, nasty orange bronze color. Okay, now, as you can see, this lays and it looks like one big pony, but don't worry about that. It's gonna be fine. Once this oil dries in my hair, it's going to be completely different. I may end up changing this, but I doubt it because I do have plans with a special someone today. And trust me, you don't want your hair down when you're around them. Bad. It's very bad. But yeah, so that's what we're just gonna do for now. Now, after like my hair, just these little fringes here, I have to pin them in place and hope they just stay. And I don't worry because my hair is super thin. I don't worry about the back showing, but as you can see here, it looks like one continuous little pony. So it is a little longer. I ain't worried too much about it because this is the part. And Maya, can't you see? I got my contacts on. Hey, who freaking knows what you're doing? Ooh. I do need to get my hair cut because of all the frizziness. But, you know, not doing that today. So as you can tell, again, the pony. Yay. So I'm grabbing my towel and we are moving this to the side. I've got a candle burning, so I'm trying to be careful. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, because we're starting my face. This is a very big deal for me. I always do my eyes first, but I'm going to show you what I use to moisturize. What are we doing later? Actually, I am, once I get done here, I'm waiting for a phone call. When the person is ready for me, they're my person. So if anyone's watching that knows me, he's mine. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding, but you know, being goofy and shit. I'm kidding, playing around. Anyway, so I'm gonna wait for him. Um, and we are going to go eat. Um, and then we are going. I don't know what else we're gonna do. I know we're going to go to eat. And I got his gift already. I made some really cool. I will show you guys, and I hope nobody gets offended by this. This is not meant to offend anyone. I know this is like a sensitive subject. Some people see it as one way, other people see it as another. I'm sorry, but I don't see it any other way other than I like the colors and quite frankly, quite honestly, I like the design. I mean, I'm from the South, so please nobody get offended by this. But I was challenged by him to recreate a Confederate flag, aka the rebel flag, on a cupcake. And so she's always offended, and she's not lying. She can always be offended. But this right here is my challenge was to create a Confederate flag on a cupcake. And it's what he wanted for his Valentine's Day. And he's got way more than that. But I created this. I took it one step further and I made 13 cupcakes, and each one has 13 stars on it. And then I made a cake in the center and put the 13 cupcakes around it. So that is his wonderful gift for me. So moving forward, as I was saying, because she distracted me, don't know what all we're doing, but I know we're doing that much. I'm taking my Righteous Butter by Soap and Glory. This one is the original formula. It is for very dry skin. It is a body butter. So I'm going to take that and very little, because the little goes a long way. I'm just going to tap my finger and just kind of put it in these 4 areas or 5 areas. And whatever is remaining on my finger, I'm going to leave it there. Honestly, they are red velvet. So if you know what red velvet tastes like, I like red velvet. My sister likes red velvet. He likes red velvet. I did taste one. I had to make sure that the batter was up to my standards, and the icing, which it has cream cheese icing. And so I'm definitely can say they taste pretty decent. I mean, that's up to him. And now, as you can see, I'm adding just a little bit more on my eyelids because my eyes tend to get extremely dry during the day. So I'm adding the moisturizer here. Oh, there's something in my eye. So yeah. And I always start with my eyes. So this is going to be fun for you guys. So I had been playing around for a while actually with eye makeup. And you can ask Maya. She used to watch me do it on Facebook. So the first thing I'll always do are my brows. So I'm going to grab my pomade here. I am going to get my little brush over here. I am going to grab my brow definer and I'm going to, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So I'm trying to move things around and look for what I need. Now I am doing eyelashes today, so that's a cool thing. You guys can see that. Oh, there it is. And I'm going to grab my brow powder because I use a pomade and a powder. Now, I told you guys the other day that I was able to oh anyways, so I did my brows and they're gonna look a little different, but that's okay. I'm not too trippy on it. So the first thing I do is I take my pencil. This is basically a wax, and it is a Wet n Wild Color Icon Brow Shaper. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on now. And I love it. It helps me keep everything in place and really works well. You do need one of those big sharpeners for it. I think I may have one. Give me a second here. I do. I had one. I need to get it sharpened. And a little bit of this actually does go a long way. Boom, boom, boom. So it's basically just a wax. And it's something that I found way easier to use than a brow gel or regular wax. And once I put that on, I use my spoolie again and just make sure I brush upwards and then I go over. And that just helps me do it. Now I'm going to have to fill in my brows pretty darn well. So this takes me a little bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead, because I got powder open, I'm going to shove this into my brow. Ugh. Well, maybe to keep that up. And so I'm using my brow pomade. It is a light brown, but it looks pretty dark on me. It's from Salon Perfect. I got this from Walmart. And it comes with this little brush here. Now my trick when I do this is to start right here. As you can tell, it's already being defined. So start right there. And really, and the same thing goes on the top, but I make little brush strokes toward the top. So it looks like little hairs. And then I will line it. And that's just so I can make sure to fill it in as I go. As you can see the difference. I want it to look natural, but I don't at the same time because, well, I mean, yeah, I want it to look natural. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I really have to define. So as you can see, this is already defined. So I'm going to take the angled brush and we're going to go right here. We're going to make very light strokes to add the color and more like hairs. And we're going to make sure everything is blended in by brushing through it or combing through it. As you can see. Now I'm going to go into my lightest powder, which is right here, with the same brush. and we're going to set it. And that's why it's important for me. And they are two different colors, which helps kind of lighten this up a little bit more. So you'll see me kind of add more here and go through it. See what I did there? Yeah. And I will go through and, of course, cut this out, clean it up. But this gives you a little bit of an idea of how I start to do my brows. So I'm going to go in with the other one, doing the same thing. Sorry, I need to be able to see what I'm doing. So now I will tell you, if you have never seen me do my makeup before or you don't personally know me, I'm going to tell you right now, okay, that this is going to be different from this. My bone structure is completely different on this side of my face. My face droops a little bit more. So it's not perfect, and I don't care. And you know why I don't care? Because I've learned to not really care what other people think of it. If they like it, they like it. I tried to fix it to where no one can tell, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to tell. So it's definitely not going to be perfect, but we'll try. Another reason that I keep this here, so I can go in. I got some of that powder on there still, and it's not causing my pomade to stick to it. So I'm going to wipe some of it off. There we go. That's what we need because it's so different from the other eye. I'm actually bald in one spot here. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to fix this so it doesn't look so bad. And again, I'm going to go in and clean this up. I don't really care. I'm just trying to hurry up and get this on here. Because this actually, when you use that pencil that I use, that brow definer, it tends to do this dry thing that dries way too fast. And it bothers me a little bit. So I have to work really fast to do this. And I don't know if Maya's still here because she got quiet. But if she's there, hey, Maya, talk to me. I'm not really paying attention, to be honest with you. Now, as you can see, I told you this is going to be different from this one. That's because my bone structure is different, but it's okay. I've learned to deal with it, and I will tell you this. I am a little aggravated because that gel did kind of set in place a little too soon, but that's okay because I'm fixing to clean all this up and make it look a lot better. So when I'm doing this, I use my True Match concealer that I have. I get the lightest shade. And I'm going to use not an angled brush, but my eyeshadow brush here. I'm going to start with this one. And I'm going to go just right here. Okay, and start carving it out. See what I mean? It does make a little bit of a difference. But it's just one of the tricks I do. And I'm going to do it on the top as well. So you can tell, I mean, it does make a huge difference when you do this. At least with me, it does. I'm going to do the same thing here. Give you like an angled view here. And this actually starts to prepare my eye, which is a good thing. I love it. 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 I like really defined brows, but as you can see, they're a little bit different. That's okay. I mean, whatever. I don't trip on that because it's okay. I understand. Things are not always perfect. Okay, they're not perfect. So today we are doing something for Valentine's. I am looking for my, I think this is bugging me because it's not staying where I need it to stay. So we're just gonna go to the end here, go like this, put it under the bra strap. I used to have a smock that I would wear backwards, but it would get in my way and be uncomfortable. So now I'm just going to put this stuff back up. I usually put it up as I go anyway. With doing the brows or eyes first, we're going to grab all my eyeshadows and bring it over here. We're going to put some of this up just because clean as you go and it makes it so much easier. Okay. So I'm using a couple different things today. I have we're using a primer. I am using, I think this is my sangria. I want to use my sangria because I thought it was a really pretty color. All right, there's my sangria. And over here, we're also going to be using the rose palette that I have. Okay, this one, whoops, that can come over here. Okay, so we're using the LA Color Rose palette. I'm actually going to, and the cool thing is these colors are very, very similar, but one's darker than the other. So as you can see, I'm going to be using this one, and I'm going to be using a silver and a rose gold. So be prepared for that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to still use that flat brush I was using with my concealer. I'm using just a regular eyeshadow primer. And I apply that all over my lid. And the only reason that I do this and then I'm going to blend it in with my fingers is because I really want that on here. And this primer tends to not do what I want it to. So I just have to build it up and then blend it in with my finger. Because it's like a very, thick formula. And I find that when I rub it in and blend it in with my finger, it does so much better. So I'm going to be checking my phone off and on because I gotta see if it's for me or if it's just a regular old text coming through. Okay, so I have, this one is the I Love Makeup LA Colors palette I got for Christmas. I'm going in with this color here as a base. And I'm using a little fluffy brush here. I'm going to put that all over. And this is just going to help me blend everything together a lot better. It doesn't need a lot. You just need enough to be able to blend it in. And I bring it up a little. My brush, this brush right here, I don't really particularly like it, but I use it. What can I say? All right, so now I'm going to start with my outer V. I'm going to grab my e.l.f. primer mist and I'm going to spray this just a couple little times because I have this stained and I want to make sure that everything's okay with it. And with doing that, it's going to pick this color up and make it way more intense. So I'm going in with my sangria from Dirty Little Secrets Cosmetics. I got it from Ipsy last month. I haven't got this one this month, but I do know that it's on its way. Now, the way that I do this is I start right here and I follow along my lash line and I come to about right here, right where basically my eye socket ends, and then go into the crease. So I'll show you my eye socket ends about, whoops, that's dirty. I sprayed my, my Lord. Okay, so I start here and my eye socket stops right there. And then I slowly paint into the crease, keeping my eye closed, but stretching it open so I can really get in there and define my crease. I will blend all this out, but I get my outline going first. As you can see, it's very intense. And when you spray your brush, it tends to be a lot more intense. Okay, so I want this to be a little bit thicker before I start blending it out. So I'm going to get this as thick and as dark as possible because it's just going to be way easier to blend it out. I'm going in with my Glamour Dolls fluffy brush, making circular motions and blending this in and out. Basically, you know, I don't really have a complete pattern with how I do it. I just blend and blend and blend and blend and blend and blend until it's done. I just found that this color was so pretty and I wanted to use it because I felt like it needed to be used as a Valentine's Day. It was just a true, to me, this is what a really nice red is. Now, I do have a red that I could use, but I prefer this color. It is more red than it looks on camera. This looks very copperish on camera, and it's really not at all. So basically, I'm just softening these lines so they're not too harsh, but making sure that there's still that nice defined line that's there. See. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side so I can put this color up and out of my way. And my little trick is small strokes. And that's how I'm able, because my left eye, for some reason, when my right eye is open, my left eye wants to open. And it's so weird. It's so weird. And I have an astigmatism in my right eye, which means the eye is a little more narrow. And as you can tell, the shape is a little different. But that's why it's so important for me to blend the way that I do. And when my eye deciding to be stupid right now and twitch, I'm getting this all over the place. So this is where it should originally be. So I'm just kind of holding that in place. Now, when I go to blend this out, it's going to be the same as, and that's another thing, it's going to be the same. Like, it doesn't matter if this is too messy because we're blending this out and then it's just going to look a little bit better. Somebody messaged me. Who messaged me? I got a brush in my eyeball. Oh, ha. A friend of mine's like, oh, you're going to hear from him. And if you haven't already. And I'm like, oh, I already have. Because I made a comment. I was like, I can't reach him. It's really important. He's a little upset. My person's really actually upset. He thinks it's ridiculous. I had bought him something for Valentine's Day for his four-wheeler. And it didn't fit. So we're trying to get our money back, or my money back. And then we had this issue with the company that we purchased it from, the second one from, and they said, oh, we're out. We don't have it anymore. We have to order it. When we get it in, we can call you and we can get overnight shipping if we need. I was like, yeah, that would be great. Now you're thinking overnight shipping. Okay, great. Especially because it was from the US. Everything was going to be great. And I kid you not, I get the phone call today and I had to pay an extra almost $100 just to get that product in for tomorrow. And I was like, are you kidding me? So much money. So now I'm going to go in with the lighter shade here of that rosy color. And I'm using a flat brush that's here. And I'm just going to go where that V was and kind of in an angle because we're also adding another rose. This is that rose gold color that I was telling you about. I just kind of want to go almost to the corner. Okay, and they're very, very similar in color. So that's why it's important to make sure that we build this up. So when we blend it out, it's a little bit better. And as I don't know if you can tell the difference between the two. This one's darker. This one's a little bit lighter. And this is from the LA Colors Rose palette. I got it from actually the dollar store. I was really surprised. I did spray this brush as well, just because I wanted that pigmented color here. And we're just placing that to the center, almost to the corner. And now I'm going to grab another fluffy. And I'm going to remove any harsh lines just by going like this. Now, you can tell I always love my right eye because my right eye to me is like the perfect shape. But we're going to go in and we're going to fix anything that's not right. So I want to explain that to everyone. My right eyes, or my eyes hardly ever look the same just because of my bone structure. And I mean, there are tips and tricks you can do, but I just don't have time for that today. So now I'm going to go in with, I'm not even going to use that palette. I'm going to use this one, and this is a really light pink. I'm going to grab the brush that we use for the outer corner. We're going to clean it off and spray it one more time, and then get that light pink up onto the brush. And we're going into the corner. And it's, again, is very, very light pink. It's not really picking anything up, which I'm going to have to build. I don't know, can you see that? It's a very pinky color, but it's okay because I look good with pink, obviously. I'm going to bring this color down as well, but right now I'm more focused on the top. And I didn't want any of these other colors being brought in with the other color open. So that's why I went ahead and did both eyes at one time. Plus, it makes it a little bit easier. Don't worry, we look same soon. Promise. Okay, so I'm going to take my angled brush here. Not needing it wet because my product is already wet. I'm going to knock off any excess, and I'm going to take and bring this color down. Right along my lash line. Softens it up a little bit whenever you rub it, just to give a little extra color there. We're going to be doing eyeliner as well and lashes. Repeat the same step over here. That part's done. I'm going to clean it up by using my towel. As you can see, all this right here, it's up. So we're going to use a little bit of the spray. I mean, I have very deep eye sockets, okay? And I'm fat and I have chubs and it just happens, but not too concerned with that. Okie dokie. And again, in case you guys are wondering, this is Sangria by Dirty Little Cosmetics. I got it from Ipsy. I love that stuff. Okay. So now we have eyeliner. Now, eyeliner is a pain for me to do. So I'm going to start with I got to get in position. I am going to get started on this eye because it's always more difficult. I'm using e.l.f. liquid. So as you can see, I'm starting to. Now, my problem with this particular product, okay, is it takes a minute to dry. And if I'm not careful, it gets on my eyelid and it destroys my makeup. So I just kind of hold it closed, open, whatever you want to say this is, just pulling upward and letting it dry just a little bit before I finish to the inner corner. Okay, that's dry enough. Now we're going to finish the inner corner. I think that's the best I've done in a while on that eye. So as you can see, I always do very little just because I'm scared that it's going to be too much. Oh, Jesus, people just keep on going. I got an emails like, are you seeing him today? Yes, I am seeing him today. Guys, I don't know what's going on. It's like buffering or something. Give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and check on why I'm not out of stupid. All right, give me 1 second. We're still going to make this happen. I'm all frozen in a really weird position. I just got to do something real quick. Okay, whatever. I don't know what it's doing, so I am just going to continue doing this off camera. So if you guys are seeing this, I'm sorry. I'll send pictures. Thanks. So sorry. I don't know what's going on.